Hey everybody, this is Opeb. Kind of wanted to make a video about like kind of day one, day two technically of Steam Deck and some of the sillier things that I kind of got working with it. This was definitely a pretty weird experience. I don't really know anything about Linux. I had to do a whole bunch of setting stuff up with this USB hub I had thankfully due to work. Found out that the battery just wouldn't charge properly unless you actually plug it straight to a wall. Sorry for the messy room. Weird clunky setup where I had to do like a death trap of wires all the way over to the capture card and things like that to try and get it working, but there's the Steam Deck up on here, and as you can see I put a bunch of regular Windows EXEs from like different VNs and Eroge and stuff that I like to play. That was kind of one of my main tests that I wanted to check out, and honestly the results are more interesting than I expected. A few games just don't work at all, but there are a lot of things where you can kind of work around it, and I wanted to see about making a video to maybe try to help people out with that process, or maybe trying to figure out how to tinker with it. As I said, I am definitely like very much a beginner when it comes to navigating this sort of stuff, but I did get a little bit of help from my friend and was able to get certain things working that I just never expected to see. I'll maybe do them on proper capture, but like something like this was nothing I ever expected to see work so well on this little device. Like Rance Magnum just works perfectly. It's crazy. They have a default mouse and keyboard layout that works with the controller, so I'm able to move the mouse with the right stick and then just pull the trigger to actually like click on stuff. It's a little weird because I have it set down and it's also reading my plugged-in mouse, so forgive that. Yeah, stuff like this. And I was actually able to import my save from Windows, so I have like all of my characters and stuff, which was crazy. I didn't think I'd actually be able to get my progress on this game, so I'll probably continue playing it on here instead of on my PC. Because this is a great like kind of grindy game to have on the go. But I'm gonna try and see if I can show you guys how to do that, because I noticed that a lot of the other Alicesoft games and a few other VNs and stuff are actually set up with directories like this, where you can move the save data around within. I think it's Proton creates essentially like a fake Windows for every. Whoops. Maybe I'll just use the mouse. Yeah, let's just use the mouse. It creates like a fake Windows for every single non-Steam game that you put, and it's really difficult to navigate. You have to basically go in and find your fake C drive and everything, and place in your old save file in the spot where it would go normally in your like C drive user documents, and then like Rance Quest, Sengoku Rance, etc., etc. I'm also gonna try and show you guys a little bit of how some of the games like start out broken. I had this issue with Imouto Paradise, and I had it with Sengoku Rance just now. I'm gonna see if I can fix it with that. But some of the games you have to go into desktop mode, switch around some display stuff, and fix those, and then they'll be working. So I'm gonna this video might be sloppy. I'm not really one of those crazy Steam Deck or retro handheld or whatever review tech channels and stuff, but gonna do my best. So here we go. Yeah, this time I'll go ahead and show Rance Quest a little bit more properly in capture. Though I will actually, let me go ahead and show one of the things that's kind of annoying me with this system. When you actually go to a section, you see how you can immediately move around and things like that. If you're checking up on the compatibility, which you'll have to do for basically all of these games, you're going to go to Properties and then go ahead and set it to Proton 7. When you do this and you back out, it's kind of really annoying. I'm pressing down like I did just earlier, and now it won't let me through. And I press up. That's something you have to do for like, what is it called? EULA agreements and things like that. You have to press up and then press down for it to actually show you the accept button. For this, I can't press up and then down to go down. I have to literally switch to a different section with R1, L1, or left and right. And it gives you this, you know, the choppy interface like that, and then you can go down. It's nothing huge, but it is a little irritating to have it happen all the time, because your intuition would just be like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna mash down and get back to my games and stuff. But yeah, so here's Rance Quest. This one works way better than I expected on Proton 7. Like, it just started up right away. I didn't have to tweak anything. I didn't really have to fix like the screen type or do a compatibility mode like with the Evenicle. This game just works. It's crazy, and it sort of has a I guess what you could call not gamepad support, but it supports like WASD, so you can move around like this and things. And you can go into maps and actually, well, you can do events, you can do battles, and let me actually go somewhere with like fights. And yeah, this game saves perfectly. It's always auto-saving. The process for importing my save was really complicated. Oh yeah, that's right. This place is all about losing access to certain characters. But yeah, like you can go straight into battles. They all work perfectly. No issues that I've ever run into, at least. Done multiple quests and nothing's like crashed on me, so I think I would put this one as a very good, but definitely need to play it more. Yep. Awesome. Rance leveled up. Okay. Yeah, that's basically how this game works out. I'm gonna go ahead and rage quit this one using... And this works for basically every game. You can go ahead and just exit straight out like that. And it closes them, and then you're back in Steam. That's it. Oh, and just like that. Yeah, I got stuck again. Have to go... There we go, and then get back over. But yeah, let me see. What are some other games that actually work? Let's try out Elona Plus. This one kind of surprised me. It's one I've always kind of been meaning to play, but never got around to. Close this out. But basically, like, I was at the very start of this game, and it seems to work pretty well. This seems like a fun kind of game to have on the go. So getting the controls all proper might take a little bit of tweaking. Like for example with this, I'm not even sure what button is to back out. So for this one, you would definitely need to probably take advantage of your back paddles and your other buttons to do the, what do you call it? To set up your configuration and things like that. What actually is this set to for the controls? This is like... Oh, scrolling. Okay, and then trackpad. Oh, I see. Okay, so you would do L3 for this, and then that backs you out. Oh, okay, I see, I see. Yeah, so just like these. A pretty interesting one to get working there. We'll definitely need to change around my controls for that though, but seems neat. Let's see what else. Got stuck again. This one I played for a little bit. This one actually I might be able to do that example of showing you guys how I got the save over, because Sengoku had that issue. Whoops. Uh-oh. Is this one where I'm stuck? Here, maybe we do this as an example. Yeah, this one. I had this earlier. I think I probably touched the screen to get it working, but yeah, if I switch it to this, see, now I have a mouse and it lets me in. So some games do have a pop-up. I was genuinely surprised at how well the Steam Deck actually handles like starting up a game with like a window pop-up and things like that. It's a lot more intuitive and less buggy than I expected it to be. So that's very cool. Okay, yeah, so this is actually a game where I might be able to showcase kind of the process for how I import saves and stuff. Only had to do it for Quest. I guess Sengoku just worked, like it just took my saves over somehow. Even though I'm pretty sure Sengoku also uses the same weird Alicesoft like documents thing. But let me go ahead and try to show you guys how it works for going into like the Proton compatibility fake Windows stuff. I apologize for not really being good at like the wording for that. I'm super unknowledgeable about Linux, but my friend basically walked me through all these steps and stuff. So essentially, like when you go into desktop mode, you're gonna want to open up your Dolphin, and this is actually, oh right. This was my external hard drive that I had plugged in. Um, but pretty much, your external hard drive, if you plug one in through like a USB hub or something, will show up under here. Unfortunately, you can't put your SD into your computer unless there's something I'm just not familiar with. There's a couple different things you can use. You can use Warpinator to move files wirelessly, or you can use plugging the HDD like straight into here and transferring things that way. And then you'll be able to drag and drop if you use a mouse. But let me see here. So with this is like the excuse me, this is the SD card that's inside of the system. So this is where I actually have like my folders for the different VNs and stuff. But if you go to home, and you need to make sure that you have this right clicked and view mode, or no, sorry, not view mode, where was it, up here? Yeah, you need to click up here and make sure that show hidden files is checked, or plug in a keyboard and do Control H. I don't use a keyboard with this because I'm dumb, but yeah, and then so this is going to show your hidden folders that normally aren't going to actually show up on here. I can show an example of like this. You see how it hides them? These are things that you normally wouldn't be able to see, but if you click that, you can go in, and then this actually shows you your Steam. And what you're going to do from here is go into Steam again, and then I believe it was, here we go. Okay, there we go. So you go into Steam, and then it was Steam again. So let's start it from the top. Actually, we're gonna go .steam, Steam, then it was Steam apps, compat data, so compatibility data, and then this is gonna show you all of your non-Steam games, and you're basically gonna have to go through, and every single time you're gonna need to go and find the corresponding folder for your non-Steam game. So like we can try this as an example. There's going to be this folder called PFX in every single one of them, and then drive C, and then from in there you go to users, Steam user, documents. Okay, so this wasn't it, so I'm gonna have to go back, and I did this like all night trying to find my Sengoku Rance until I finally got it. So this isn't it either, and you know, this isn't a very like what's the word, like friendly to like a new user. Oh, here we go, this might be it. Oh no, this is Rance Quest. But yeah, so for example, you'd see Rance Quest in here, and when you go in, this is where it would create the folder for that. For some reason this one doesn't have the save. That's really confusing because as you guys saw earlier, the save actually was there. So you know, maybe try to do this earlier before you install your games if you're looking into essentially importing like VN save data and stuff, because this does get a little convoluted. Yeah, I might just do like a fast forward here to maybe get past this. There it is. Okay, so there's my Beat Angel Escalayer, and this is where you go for save data, and this is where you can import your save data. So what I'm actually going to do is unplug my external hard drive and go ahead and put this in here and actually import this to excuse me, import this to the Steam Deck. Oh my goodness, my hub is like hanging off of a trash can. My setup for this is really strange. Okay, there we go. So when this loads up, you'll see this actually pop up here, and let me get this out of the way. So what I'll do is do new volume F, and then I'll move saves over. So we'll go back over here. When it loads, yes, that puts us in here. Then I put this, and this is my old save data. So what I'll do is overwrite it. Copy here. Do apply to all, write info, apply to all, overwrite. And as soon as that's completed there, I can switch back to gamer mode. And this takes just a few seconds for everything to get rebooted back into that. That's a little scary looking. There we go. Okay, so now we're all in here. I'll go ahead and start the game up. And what we'll do now is check and see if the save actually imported. So my controls are still here, of course. It remembers your layouts for non-Steam games, which is super cool. Yeah, and it looks like it actually has my saves. So, oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to blur that out. But yeah, this puts you in like exactly where you were in the game. So these all work. Really surprising. Voice acting's all there. There are some, you know, things where you'll need to check just to double check, make sure there's no glitches. I know I've seen glitches with like opening movies and things like that. But yeah, I can't feel a ton of this game, but I'm just glad it works. That's awesome. There's a lot of like kind of my backlog that I've been neglecting to play on PC, and I've been curious if it'll actually work on here. But yeah, we can go ahead and I guess I can show the Imouto Paradise series. They all work on here. They were bugged out though. You have to go and do desktop mode and then switch your display version to actually get them to show up without like bugging out. So this one's gonna be Imouto Paradise 2 main menu. One of the big things to note with these games, all of them, except for maybe the first one. The first one kind of sort of worked. I was able to get the loading screen to work, but on here, if you do loading, you get stuck in an infinite loop, so you actually break the game. This is one of the ones with like a really bad issue for playing on a Steam Deck. You're gonna need to essentially play this game only with quick saves. So if that's not appealing to you, this is gonna be an option. Or I'm sorry, this might not be an option that you're gonna want to play through the VN with. Just because this is something like, of course, the mouse works, the game works, all of the functions are all there and everything. You can adjust your settings and things like that, but that is just like a death trap. If you hit load, the game's gonna like soft lock. But if you start the game, so you're basically gonna, every single time you're gonna have to reload the game new, and then use quick load. And for some reason, quick loading actually works. As you'll see here, this puts me back where I was. So essentially you just need to pick a route and just stick with that girl and never make another choice. Like, you have to stay what you're doing, otherwise you're gonna break it. Because if you, as you guys saw, loading broke it, saving also breaks it. See, you'll get an infinite loop. So you're gonna have to play only on quick save and quick load. Let's go ahead and back out of here, and I'll show that it's the same thing for Imouto Paradise 3. And just not to be too repetitive, I won't show Imouto Paradise 1, just because, you know, you know what you're getting when you play this play this series. But yeah, so here's Imouto Paradise 3. Same bug. I'm assuming these ones just like run off the same engine or something, so that's why they break the same way. But if you back out and then restart, we'll go ahead and get right back into it. So this game will work here. You do start, and it'll work. I don't remember if I actually did a quick load on here. Let's see. Okay, looks like I don't have any quick saves. I might just need to skip for a bit. My bad. I guess I didn't play this one further like I expected. But yeah, you can set the fast forward. Essentially just skip around, skip around, skip around. Sometimes you'll get a little bit of a scare like this, where it goes completely black screen, freezes out for a sec, but the game will work. It comes back and continues playing. I don't remember if this was because there's like a cinematic here, but yeah, there's definitely stuff like that where the game will just break. I've seen that with Mystery Chronicles, which I'll show off a little bit later into this. That was another game that was untested that I was curious to see on here. Unfortunately, that game does run at like a really bad frame rate, so it's kind of not something that I want to continue playing on this, but there are other games that are like it that I'm definitely going to be cool to play. Actually, maybe I should just back out of this. This is already getting not good for a video, but yeah, so exiting out is nice and easy like that. Let's see. These are some of the regular games that I had loaded up and things. Oh, and also emulating. Yeah, emulating works as well. Really well, I'd say. Just got to make sure that you switch to the 3DS control layout. So they have like everything laid out for back pedals, switching the screens, going full screen with this one, keeping your layout as side by side and things like that. You know, it's all here. It's really surprisingly well implemented, and I was very happy about that. Fortunately, I think Etrian Odyssey 4 is like one of the games before they added in like holding to sprint in the Labyrinth. So it might take me a sec to get into a fight. But yeah, here's the battles and stuff. If you guys saw my video from a little while back, I showed off like essentially the boss battles have really horrible lag. So whenever I emulate Etrian Odyssey on PC, the games work fine until I look at a boss. But those are on 1x resolution. When I play this is actually on, if I can make it up here, the config, and this shows well also, very cool. This is actually on 2x resolution, which I did hear a little bit of like audio stutter the very first time I came to the Labyrinth. I don't know if it's because it just needed to load or something, but for me personally, I would probably just use like native, just because I don't really care about the graphics quality. I kind of just want to play the game. This is one of my favorite series of like all time, and just being able to play it without having to like break out my dusty 3DS and like, you know, worry about the battery going horrible. It's really cool. Having this all in one place with a whole bunch of different games. There's a FOE. Okay, and see, like, he's not making the screen lag. I do need to check with, like, full-on bosses, though, because this, FOEs also didn't make the game lag in Untold 2, so I don't think that's really, like, the best example. Go ahead and set this on auto. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do a quick save, and I'm actually gonna show Untold 2, because there is one thing that I found super cool when I was getting all this up, basically rolling off the ground and stuff. So this is basically, it's telling me like, hey, end the game, you finished it up and stuff. But if you go over here, there's a setting for opening your Citra folder, and when you're on desktop mode, this actually takes you straight to your it actually opens it natively in Dolphin, so you can see where your save files go and import them. So I'm gonna see, I did it earlier before the video, I didn't actually test it yet, but I'm gonna see if it oops, is it in game? Might just take a second, maybe I'll exit up here, do this. There we go. But yeah, I'm gonna test if Untold 2 has my save, because I actually played that quite a bit on PC earlier. Non-Steam. A little bit of that lag I was talking about. Here it is, Untold 2. So let's try this out, see how well it runs. And we'll go full screen. Oh, whoops. This one does not have my controls configured, that's right. I need to, oh no, go back. Need to set this up. Okay, so 3DS. Go back. And then switch this so we're full screen, as you can see here. Side by side. Probably still at 1x. I think Citra maintains your other settings. Oh, see? Okay, cool. Yeah. Okay. That scared me. It said it didn't have my extra data, and I was really confused what that meant. But I have my game. I have my save. I imported this from PC where I was playing. Hopefully this is still showing on classic difficulty. Oh my god, I'm on picnic. That's really embarrassing. I was only doing it to farm, guys. I'm sorry. But what do you call it? Yeah, so this is Etrian Odyssey Untold 2. I picked up my progress from where I was on PC Citra. 5th Stratum. This is actually where I was in the game on the 3DS, like, years ago. Back when my save file corrupted. I actually lost my save file for this game and 4, and I was really upset. But I played all the way back up to it, and I'm here again. Like, this game works. It's I'm actually really impressed that that worked. I was kind of nervous about the save process importing and everything. Let's see. Yeah, seems like that works. Okay, so we can go ahead and do like an actual battle. Yeah, I'll have to do like a little bit of tweaking around. I do hear some like some sound bugging out. But yeah, that's Untold 2 works. I'll need to see what kind of tweaks you can do for like 3DS to get this one working, because nobody shows this one in their showcases of like Steam Deck, you know, performance and things like that. Yeah, let me actually save here as well. Super cool. Okay. Close this out. Oh, right. We'll just do it up in the corner, that's fine. So what else was there that I wanted to check on? Stuck again. Yeah, there was the emulating of other systems. These are all, of course, using the Emu deck. I'll link a video for the tutorial for that, because I'm not qualified enough to make one about that, but, what else? Yeah, imported these. Maybe I'll do videos on them like individually or something, or just if I want to play them casually. It would be fun for like a stream or a video or something. Brain farting. What did my friend wanted me to test a game? Oh yeah, it was 9-9. That's right. Let's see if this one works. This game will use... Oh. Oh, we're in. Oh, it works. Okay. Yeah, have a little bit of a scare at the very start, but yeah, it looks like it's perfectly fine. I see the potential for this being really good, like plug and play later. This is the first time I've started it up, and it already knows like, hey, this is a mouse-only game. You need to use your stick or the little trackpad thing. You can go ahead and just loading work. Loading works. You can back out. You can start. Nice. I've never read this one. Definitely gonna get around to it one of these days. But yeah, let me go ahead and try to save real quick. Saving good. Saving works. So as you can see, like this thing is very good at different VNs and you know, things in that kind of genre. So awesome. And patching stuff works. That's something I also forgot to mention. So you can definitely get your, if you need them, you can get your 18 plus patches, or also just like gameplay patches for things like this. Now this Higurashi is apparently like native Linux version. But I was able to get the 7th mod patch actually working like directly when I started it out. So you can go ahead and basically play the game just like I do on PC. With the combination of like the new CGs, you can have the mod menu to use like the old characters, things like that. The only issue I did have with this game is that it did not take my Steam Cloud save, so I did have to like fast forward all the way through the game to get back to where I was. But as you can see, it works perfectly here. This is where I'm at, and it has old backgrounds. You can skip all the way through, you can use like the skip setting, and it has the old portraits and stuff with the voices all added from the mod, so super cool. Go ahead and close this up though. As far as other tests, what else have I played recently on here? Oh yeah, Evenicle. This is one that I could show off as well. So this game is on Steam, doesn't require a patch or anything like that. Though it did require a little bit of setting up. Also cloud error, that's not good. It did require a little bit of setting up. As you can see, there's this little glitch that happens where some of the stuff on screen shows with like black bars. See like this? It's a little annoying. I think you have to change this every time you start it back up. But basically, if you move your mouse, you're gonna get stuck until you reach something that it can select. Then you go to window, and go to compatibility mode. It's gonna say not recommended, but that fixes the graphics glitches. So, as you can see, now the game works perfectly fine. It has my save from when I played on Steam previously. And you can play the game just like this. You can save, you can continue in a quest. I actually saved the girl from the little mist dungeon thing. So you can continue, you can battle here. There's auto. If you wanted to, you could adjust your controls to have an A button. Because if you set your A key on your keyboard, it just puts straight on the auto, and then you can battle like this. It's all really intuitive, and moving around is with left stick. Like he works with WASD control that got auto mapped to that. Yeah, this is another one that I would say works pretty well. That issue with the config not saving though is honestly pretty irritating. I don't understand why it doesn't save that I tell it to use compatibility mode. Every single time I turn this back on, I have to reset that, which isn't like the end of the world, but it is a little annoying. But it's another one of the quirks where you just have to, you know, kind of bear with it. Yeah, this is... I actually need to look that up, figure out why this doesn't save, because that really should just stick. Like, if I was on the computer, I would expect it to stay the same as well, so it's pretty strange that it doesn't. Okay, let's put this out. Yeah. So that's Evenicle, works perfectly there. Some other games I haven't tested out yet, but they all say they're verified. My friends have told me like Disco Elysium. I was playing Ryza 2 on the Switch. Definitely gonna play it on here because it'll run better, I think. What else there was? Oh, here we go. This is the installed section. Yeah, so these are some of the weirder games. This one has like no verify, no unsupported, things like that. It's like a little RPG Maker roguelike sort of game where it's also like an action game before you get into fights. It's kind of unique. It's pretty cool. I ran into it from basically seeing a guy on Twitter, Terunon, who made these, and it has full like controller layout support, so you can play the game like this. Auto save and play where you're at in the story. Oops. So, for example, this is what it looks like. You know, so I'd be worried if RPG Maker didn't work, but thankfully it does. Like this, get into a fight, and it kind of plays like action mode and our what do you call it, roguelike turn-based kind of thing. Very cool. I can't fight that guy, I guess. Kind of stuck. Oh, okay, so now I can do different, yeah. Now you can select these. Holding A to switch skills, and then pressing B to actually activate them. Honestly though, check this game out, even if you don't have a Steam Deck. Like, it's pretty unique. I didn't play it a whole ton yet, but I was really interested when I saw the videos of the developer like making it and stuff. It has real convenient like auto targeting too. It'll auto face you instead of making you press Y like in most games like this to like face them. Little platforming stuff. You can talk to these. I think maybe the only issue I have is just the fact that you have that little weird top bar, you know, showing your absented age, squarebound, things like that. I kind of prefer to just show full screen if I'm going to be using it on a device like this. It does kind of take you out of it, having that little bar up there. But other than that, it works really well. Push some away. Oh, that like targets him. don't know if I can find a save point somewhere. If not, it's fine. I didn't play super far. I can come back to this later. But yeah, that's another game that works. Absented Age. Didn't see anybody confirm or deny that this one would work, basically. So I was very happy to see that working on there. Let's see how Rorona works. I made some decent progress on this on Steam. Uses the gamepad layout. I think it's gonna launch into like a launcher, and then we'll see. Yeah, okay. So it starts up here. A little busted. I might need to do. I need to add controls for the. Trackpad. Right, trackpad behavior. This would be for left mouse click. Oh, and there it goes. So this is a game that Steam literally says is unsupported, and I think it only says it's unsupported because there's that starting screen, where you have to actually, you know, hit the button like that. I think I'm in the wrong language though. Oh crap. Okay, maybe I did mess that up. Let's get out of here. Still up to date on Steam, Cloud? Okay, good. Yeah, so modified official layout where I have the mouse. So the thing, it's little things like that where you'll need to get them adjusted. So for example, like the setting here, it's a little funky looking, but we can do the languages. Oh, I see. We need to switch it to English. Confirm. Start the game. And now when we start it up, it should work properly. That's definitely a silly situation there. Okay, see, there we go. Yeah, so now you have Japanese voices with the game working. And as far as I know, this should work properly. I was in the middle of one of the early dungeons. Receive some egg. Okay, so let's go ahead and show this, like, some eggs. Gathering, quest work, the frame rate looks nice. Let's go ahead and hit an enemy. Yeah, so here's the battles. Okay. Oh, I didn't realize how low I was. Yeah, I was worried about these because I have like pretty much all the Atelier games on Steam, and I wanted to go ahead and play through them because I never finished like Rorona, I never finished Toturi, I never finished Aisha, I never finished Lydia and Suel. So these were kind of games that I was really hoping I could get around to sometime, and I'm very glad that they actually work like this. I think this one also has the fast forward. There we go. Okay, yeah, it does. No, it didn't work. Yeah, you have your fast forward option working perfectly. Nice. Yeah, I think I'd consider this like a successful test. You sure? can you sort by... Oh, you can. Okay. And you can sort by the quality of them. I will take some of the bad stuff out. Get rid of those. Okay, so this one is all good. Let's head back to town and see how that works out. Yeah, picking up new recipes is all here. Getting into your Atelier. Oh, whoops. I haven't moved it. Oh my goodness. Okay. Of course, this is the one game where it's funky like that, where you have to actually tell it, hey, I want to put all this up. Oh boy. How do you do it again? There's like a click and drag, I think. What was it? Do they not have it in this game either? Oh man, okay, well, I guess I gotta mash. That kinda stinks. But, yeah. Looks like that's working, just like I remember it too. A little tedious. There we go. Okay, yeah, and then let's go ahead and try and save. Hopefully saving still works fine too. And it does. Okay, so that's Atelier Rorona Plus working there, and only with a few tweaks. So that's another example of like the kind of tweaking you might need to do on the fly to get a game working. Let's try it with like Sophie 2. With these, if you ever see that, try and use the retry sync to make sure that you do have your save data, because you can accidentally overwrite stuff. I've seen people talk about it, and I think that's what happened with my Higurashi, but not 100% sure. This one, I don't remember if it uses a launcher. If it doesn't, I think we should be able to get straight into it. Okay, yeah, looks like we're good. I think that might have been the opening cinematic bugging out. Which does happen with some games. Oh no, never mind, I'm wrong. Okay, I think it's just loading. Is this the opening? Oh, no, okay, I was right. Yeah, I guess the opening, like, bugged out. Which, you know, it happens. Some games, they can't do them, but thankfully, not all of them, it'll cause a crash. There are some games where it does, and you can't continue playing. Yeah, like, this is really cool to be able to take, continue going with. Like, runs really well. Frame rate is awesome here. I had, like, 11 hours of progress, and, like, there's so much you can do with this version of the game, actually. Sophie 2 is a really cool Atelier game. Yeah, it runs well. Let's try and see how it looks outside. Oop, sorry about that. Still working, my bad. Oh, okay, so see, this doesn't run quite as well, but what we can do, we can actually adjust our settings. Let's go ahead into our options and see what we can change with this. Yeah, so let's try and change it to standard. See how that goes. That looks nicer, yeah. Runs a lot better on the frame rate side, actually, yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. So yeah, indoor, I guess high works. Outside standard might be better. You can even go low if you really want to stay like super consistent. And see where a battle is. How do you do the map again? Or how do you fast travel? Brain farting. This one. There we go. Okay. I'm going to try and fight something real fast, and then I will break to go work. I'm still working. Seamless battles are all here. You can do your different speed settings. Custom music's there. Man, this is so cool. Yeah, that's Sophie 2. I'll go ahead and save that real quick, and then I will be right back with a little bit more testing a few other games. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Let's see. This is another game that played quite a bit here. Oh, that's different. I've actually never seen this. I guess you can select the version of it, like the way you'd like to start it up. But yeah, this is Labyrinth of Touhou 2, Steam version. I think I did a couple of videos about this that did decently well. Not sure if this has the... Oh. Yeah, okay. So that's another weird one. This one actually does come verified, they said. But it looks like I need to set the trackpad. Mouse. To click it in, we need to make that a... Okay. Let's go ahead and go back. And as you can see, we can click in video. That should be all set. Hopefully. If anything needs to be changed, I can get that later, but yeah, there we go. So that's Labyrinth of Touhou 2. Start this up. It has my 34-hour save from over on Windows. This game already had gamepad support. I was playing it with that instead of with mouse and keyboard like I did years ago, back with the unofficial version. But yeah, this works perfectly. Awesome. Yeah, you'd love to see this. Like, just all these games that I've kind of maybe stagnated on my progress, like being able to play them either on the go or like, you know, even just in a different part of the house, not having to be tied to my computer just to continue play with these things. It's very cool. And of course, it'll go back and forth where you can, you know, transfer your save data between them with the cloud like that, as long as you're watching out for that sync. But yeah, this one I think is all good, so we'll go ahead and save there. Actually, just for curiosity's sake, I want to see if maybe just starting it like this will work. That way it doesn't have that pop-up. Let's see. Oh, okay, see, there you go. Yeah, so if you go straight into full screen and then do that, unless maybe that was a first time setup thing, I don't know. Let's try it one more time. Just to see now, does this go straight into it or does this have the pop-up? Okay, yeah, so that does have the pop-up. So that's a little bit weird. It's a little bit weird, but that's just a minor difference. That's something that you'll kind of get used to as you play different games that have that sort of thing. Oh, let's see how this works. My cloud save is up. I know this one has a pop-up for a fact. Let's see if I can get around it. Or does it ignore it? This game's launcher. See, yeah, okay, it does have a launcher. Yeah, so I'll need to set my controls. That one was actually nice enough to let me know, which is good. Wait. Oh, wait. That's weird. It told me it doesn't have gamepad support, but it actually does. Oh. But I think I can't get all the way down there. So we're gonna need to adjust this just a bit. Edit our layout here. I think for the trackpads, why was it set to... That is weird. Okay, let's make this a mouse, because I'm gonna use the buttons, the actual buttons. So this should be fine. So we'll go back in, save and start, hopefully. And would you look at that? We're in it. So this is Cold Steel 2 working PC. Now this is something I've been stuck on for years as well. I was playing through the Vita version and just ultimately kind of fell off of the game. But here I was playing it a little while back. I was getting back into it. Hit around 12 hours again. You know, story's really cool, learning about the world building, all that stuff. I also was playing some more Trails in the Sky, but emulated. But I might go ahead and test out the Steam version of that if it works on here. I can keep everything uniform, you know, play on everywhere.
Whoa, that thing is huge!
It's gotta be at least 100 arch tall, right?
Can't blame you for being so surprised.
Let's see if I can get into a battle too. This looks fantastic. I gotta test out East and stuff on here as well. Like, I didn't even have those downloaded. But, like, I have all of my Falcom games on Steam. I'm really excited for the new stuff in the series as well. I'm just super far behind on, on everything. Yeah, this is great. Of course, it uses the Xbox layout since I'm on a Steam Deck, but I'm kind of used to seeing the PlayStation buttons. I might actually change that. Kind of weirds me out. Yeah, at this part of the game, we just got Gaius back. Is he linked to anybody? He is. Okay.
Together, we're unbeatable.
Oh man, that's awesome. This is such a long series. Like, playing through these games takes so much time, so being able to jump in and play it like this again is really cool, especially with the 3 and 4. I don't know how well they run on Switch. I was a little worried about it though, but knowing that I'm gonna be able to have those on here as well is super cool. What else did I have installed? Lotus Labyrinth? Oh yeah. I used to do streams of this. This game's awesome. Hopefully it works straight out of the box, because this was another game I wanted to keep playing. But there was like a whole fiasco with the English version never hitting the Switch, even though it was kind of mentioned on like an official Nintendo page that it was gonna get it. People ended up rebuying it, some people didn't. But this is my old save, so I didn't have to go and like jump onto a different version. I have all my gaps and stuff. I can play again. Awesome. Okay. This game is super fun, even though it's a little weird compared to some of the other roguelikes, and even compared to Genso Wanderer Reloaded. This game is a little funky, but super glad that it works. Yeah, auto works on this. There's more games that auto text.
どんなに強い力を持っていても、所詮は妖精ってことなのかな。いやいや、惜しかったって。みんなで力を合わせれば、次は絶対に勝てるよ。なんだ。みんななんでそんなにボロボロなの？チルノちゃん、待ってよ。みんなどうしたの？一体何が？というわけなの。サニーがいなかったらどうなっていたことか。やっぱり最強のあたいがいないとダメだな。ダメだよ、チルノちゃん。そんなこと言っちゃう。ぐぬぬ。でも安心するがいい。お前らの敵はこの最強の妖精チルノ様が取ってやるぞ。チルノちゃん？おい、やめとけって。お前一人でなんとかなる相手じゃ。泥船に乗ったつもりで待っているがいい。待ってよ、チルノちゃん。一人じゃ危ないよ。チルノちゃん。
Okay, and then they should put me into a dungeon so we can try this out real quick. Oh my. Forgot how cramped it can get. Oops, keep doing that. I'm already messed up from the 3DS layout. For some reason they put left trigger instead of left bumper for left bumper stuff, so I keep like out of habit switching back to the trigger. This thing does have very nice controls either way though. Let's see. Where are we at? Okay, so we'll go ahead and suspend here. Just because I don't want to stick around on it, linger on this game for too long. So this one works. Let me see. I think maybe I'll wrap this up in just a moment. I do want to show this game. Just because this is one of the ones that broke more. This game kind of worked more like what I was expecting a lot of Steam Deck games to do. At least for me, you know, my experience, a lot of them are really smooth, and with just a little bit of tweaking, you can get them working without even having to really change like your graphic settings and stuff. But I don't play like intensive games. This like scared me so much. I was like, did I break my Steam Deck? It's that the opening cinematic just gets trashed. Like, it's impossible to watch it on here. And that happens with other games too. Like, it happened with the Sophie 2 earlier, things like that. And this game just, you know, I really do love this game, but the frame rate is just atrocious here. Like, it's, I don't really know why it works like this. If anybody knows if there's a way to maybe like modify this, that would be super cool to fix the frame rate, because it's kind of, it's doing a lot to kill my interest in this game specifically. Just because like when I played it back on the Vita, it was not laggy like this. There was, or maybe it was, and it wasn't something that I picked up on from such a small screen, I guess. But like, you know, the game, this kind of game should not be like the worst looking frame rate out of any game I've played on Steam Deck. But it might just be due to the nature of how it was ported, you know? It just makes it look funky, like text looks choppy. Yeah, like, you know. I think ultimately, you know, I could continue playing it, but I might just go get One Way Heroics Plus and play that instead. Like, I like the aesthetic of this game more, but if it's gonna be not the best, but you know, ultimately it's all here. It still works, and it does. You know, this game like natively had a pad-friendly layout when it was on console and on PC, so pretty fun game. You know, this is the kind of one where it's gonna come down to like your enjoyment though of what you're willing to put up with, because there's a lot of different ways you can do to if you want to have super high graphical fidelity in most games that aren't this, you know, you can switch that, you can change that, or if you just want to have it look the best that it possibly can. There's a lot of stuff that I've never touched, and I'm not sure that I will, like things like adjusting your performance levels and things like that. I really don't understand that kind of thing. That's more for smarter people who are willing to like push the limits of the hardware with I think it was like wattage and TDP and all these fancy things that I'm not really familiar with, but guess maybe just a few more to see. I do like this game. The neat little strategy RPG that looks like it works. Or got my save. No, I'm not sure if it works. Let's find out. If it does work, if this works, then I'm assuming the... Cool, okay. So we need to set... Yeah, and it looks like this is just something that you'll have to edit a lot. It is really cool that some of these companies are setting like official layouts for their stuff, though. It would be nice if they would remember to put this as a mouse more often, though. Yeah, so this works, which means the Kagura games, Higurashi Ch.7 I believe they're called. They should work as well. It looks like this works. A little funky because of the mouse, but I think I'm in it. Uh-oh. Whoa. Oh, right. We could skip this. Okay, I might need to edit that. Yeah, the text is super funky looking in this, but it works. Can I maybe switch this to, oh wow, that's busted. Maybe not the best example. I can't really play this one without does it have uh-oh. Yeah, this is one I might have to tweak a bit to make sure that it actually lets me switch settings. Because normally you have a skip already read or unread things. Oh, okay, you can just hold X. Never mind. That'll skip too. Oh my god. That starts the battle. Let's try this and see how it works. Ooh, it's bugging out. Graphics glitches. Oh, that's really glitchy. Okay, so this is actually an example of like some of the some of the weirder looking Steam Deck like bugs. Oh my. Okay, let's try and summon something. Yeah, so the text is like super messed up. Sending out enemies or sending out allies looks a little weird. Stopping on here. We can end the turn. Yeah, so I mean it works. This is definitely one where it's kind of really buggy though. I'm not sure how much of this you can tweak in the settings. I'd have to look at that later, but try and figure that out later time. Am I stuck? Uh-oh. I think I am. Oops. Oh no. No. What is it? Cancel. Config. Oh boy. Where am I here? Oh, here we go. Now let me out. That was super weird. That might have been reading something from my mouse, like moving or... Yeah, that's something I'll need to tweak as well to get that fixed and also edit in the video, but I think that's most things though that I wanted to kind of show off, see how they work with this. Aside from that, yeah, I have a whole bunch of Steam games. If there's something that you haven't seen somebody test, or like it's not listed on Proton DB or like your library on deck or whatever, with like a verification level or any test on like Linux, you can let me know. If I do have it, I would love to test it out, see how they work. Because this is it's like a really interesting. I'm definitely curious to see how many games you could squeeze onto this thing and actually have work. But yeah, if you made it to the end of this, I really appreciate you for watching. I'm gonna try to do more helpful kind of videos, or maybe like review kind of videos in the future going forward. I'm feeling more motivated for that kind of stuff. But if that's something you're interested in seeing, definitely give me definitely leave a like, subscribe to the channel, I guess, if I might do that moving forward. Sometimes I upload stuff that maybe people don't like. I see my subscriber drop down and then come back up. Kind of been hovering at like 865 for quite a few months now. But maybe if I make more meaningful content like this, it'll be better. But yeah, thanks for your time. Have a good one.